Good morning. Today we're going to talk about how habits are formed and how they can be broken. Did you know that nearly 40% of the things we do every day aren't conscious decisions? They're habits. Almost half of our day happens automatically, from brushing our teeth in the morning to checking our phones without even thinking about it. Habits play a major role in our daily lives. They influence our health, our productivity, and even our relationships. By understanding how habits work, we can learn to build routines that help us instead of holding us back. Whether it's exercising regularly, eating healthier, or scrolling through social media for hours, everyone has habits. Some improve our lives while others can make reaching our goal more difficult. Today, I'll explain how habits are formed, why they're so difficult to break, and several techniques that we can use to help us replace unhealthy habits with healthier ones. Let's begin by understanding how habits are created. A habit is a behavior that becomes automatic through repetition. According to researchers, habits develop through what is called the habit loop, which consists of three parts: a cue, a routine, and a reward. The cue is the trigger that tells our brain to begin a behavior. The routine is the action we perform, and the reward is the benefit your brain receives afterwards. Once this cycle is repeated enough times, your brain starts doing it automatically. Imagine hearing your phone vibrate. The vibration is the cue, picking up the phone is the routine, and seeing new messages or notification is the reward. After repeating this cycle over and over, some people reach for their phone without even realizing they're doing it. One reason habits form so easily is because the brain likes efficiency. Instead of making every decision from scratch, it creates shortcuts that allows familiar behaviors to happen with very little thought. This saves mental energy for new and more important tasks. While these shortcuts are helpful, they also explain why breaking bad habits can be challenging. Many people believe breaking habits is simply a matter of having enough willpower. However, there's much more happening in the brain. As a habit is repeated, the brain strengthens the connections associated with the behavior. Over time, those pathways become automatic, making a behavior feel natural, even when we know it's unhealthy. Another reason habits are difficult to break is because they often provide some type of reward. That reward may be comfort, stress relief, entertainment, or convenience, because the brain remembers that reward encourages us to repeat that behavior. Stress can also make breaking habits more difficult. During stressful situations, people often return to familiar routines because they're comforting and require very little thought. That's why someone trying to stop eating junk food may reach for chips after a stressful day, or someone trying to stop biting their nails may find themselves doing it during a test or while feeling anxious. The good news is that even though habits are strong, they are not permanent. Our brains are capable of learning new behaviors throughout our lives. So, how can we actually change habits that no longer serve us? Fortunately, there are three proven techniques that can help us change habits much more successful. The first technique is to identify your triggers. Ask yourself, what causes this habit? Is it boredom, stress, a certain time of the day? Recognizing stress, recognizing the cue, that is often the first step toward changing the routine. The second is replace the habit instead of simply trying to eliminate it. Third, many people try to change everything at once and quickly become discouraged. Small, manageable goals are easier to repeat and eventually become a part of your daily routine. Being consistent and patient. Habits don't form overnight, and they usually don't disappear overnight either. Missing one day doesn't mean you failed. That means most is continuing to practice the new behavior until it becomes automatic. Today, we learned that habits are formed through cycles of cue, routine, and reward, while your brain naturally holds on to familiar behaviors and several techniques that can help us replace unhealthy habits with healthier ones. The important thing to remember is that habits don't define us. Thank you.